When your joints start talking back, what's really happening after 60? If you're reading this, chances are your knees creak when you get out of bed, or your hands feel stiff when you're trying to open that stubborn jar. Maybe you've started avoiding activities you used to love because, well, they just hurt now. I get it. And I want you to know that while some changes are part of getting older, the constant, nagging pain that stops you from living your life, that's not something you just have to accept. Let's talk about what's actually going on. You know how people say your joints are just wearing out like old machinery? That's only part of the story, and honestly, it's not very helpful. Here's what I've learned is really happening. Your cartilage is getting thirsty. Think of cartilage like a kitchen sponge. When it's well hydrated, it's soft and bouncy. When it dries out, it gets hard and rough. That's what's happening in your joints. They're literally thirsty. Your body is running a low-grade fever of sorts. As we age, our immune system gets a bit confused and creates constant, mild inflammation. It's not helping heal anything. It's just quietly damaging your joints day after day. Your muscles are taking early retirement. Starting around 30, we naturally lose muscle mass. By 60, the muscles that should be supporting your joints have gotten pretty weak. So your joints are doing work they were never meant to do alone. Why the usual advice falls short. Look, I'm not against medication when you need it. But pain pills are like putting a piece of tape over your car's check engine light. The warning stops, but the problem's still there. And that old advice about resting when things hurt. Sometimes that makes things worse. Rest weak joints too much, and they get weaker. Then you hurt more, so you rest more, and you see where this goes. A different approach that actually works. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Dorothy. She's 72 and was convinced her gardening days were over because her knees hurt so badly. Instead of giving up, she started doing 3 simple things consistently. 4 months later, she's back to tending her tomatoes, and she actually feels better than she did 5 years ago. What did she do? Nothing fancy. Just these 3 things. 1. She started treating her joints like they were thirsty. Dorothy began her day with a big glass of water with a little sea salt and lemon juice. Not because someone told her to, but because she realized her joints felt better when she was well hydrated. She also started moving gently first thing in the morning, just 10 minutes of easy stretches. She described it as giving her joints a drink by pumping fresh fluid through them. And she added more anti-inflammatory foods to her diet. Nothing extreme, just more salmon, walnuts, berries, and leafy greens. Foods that taste good and happen to be like natural joint lubricant. 2. She got her muscles back in the game. Dorothy didn't join a gym or start lifting heavy weights. She just began doing simple exercises that made her daily activities easier. For her knees, she did wall sits while brushing her teeth and leg lifts while watching TV. For her back, she did gentle stretches on the floor each morning. The secret? She started small and was consistent. Some days she did more, some days less. But she did something every single day. 3. She calmed down the inflammation. Dorothy started sleeping better by taking warm baths with Epsom salt before bed. She began taking short walks when she felt stressed instead of just worrying. And she started taking turmeric with her meals after checking with her doctor. She didn't change her entire life overnight. She just made small adjustments that added up. If you want to try this yourself, start simple. Pick one thing and do it for a week. Drink more water with a pinch of sea salt each morning. Do 5 minutes of gentle movement when you get up. Take a warm bath before bed. Add one anti-inflammatory food to your meals. Don't try to be perfect. Some days will be better than others, and that's completely normal. Keep track of how you feel. Maybe just rate your pain from 1 to 10 each day. You might be surprised by what you notice after a few weeks. The real truth about aging. Here's what I really want you to know. Getting older doesn't have to mean getting more painful. Yes, our bodies change, but we have more control over how we feel than most people realize. You don't have to run marathons or do yoga for hours. You just need to give your body what it needs. Movement, hydration, good food, rest, and a little patience with yourself. Your joints have carried you through decades of life. They deserve some care and attention. And you deserve to wake up in the morning feeling ready for whatever the day brings. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Your future self will thank you.